And I've come to some wonderful conclusions in my life, that I would like to share with you guys. Because when you hear it from another source, sometimes it helps it integrate just a little bit more. And I am very blunt, and I cuss a lot, and I smoke a lot of joints.
We love you.
And I love each and every one of you guys so much. I didn't even know what love was until the tribe formed around, and it's come together so magically. And I'm so grateful for this, because this means everything to me. I mean, whew, it means everything. When I first started talking to my guides, which I have a steady conversation with pretty much whenever I'd like, I figured out that this was different than what I normally thought. This was coming from a different source. And as soon as I differentiated that, I started to flow with that, what was going on. And it started to talk straight to me. And wow, that was the big change, right? That was the big change. Hello, higher self. So one of the first things it said was I must go get a medicine to help me clear. And it's not for everyone. This is just my story. So I went and did that medicine. It was ayahuasca. It was from the jungles of Peru, and it was what they call the master medicine. And it was part of my awakening. And I have done 5 different ceremonies with it, and I hold it very, very sacred. The lessons I have learned, I can't even articulate. They're too deep. But in one of my most impactful ceremonies, the shaman leaned over and said something, and he didn't speak. He didn't speak, he just dealt in vibration. Mm-hmm. And guess what? He didn't speak English. So even if he did speak, it was Spanish to his translator. And he leaned over, and he told me, he said, once everyone around you is enlightened, then you are enlightened. And I immediately thought, oh my God, I have so much work to do. There's nowhere. Like, I'm the only one on this path that I know. And now look at us. Now look at our reflection. And you guys, this is a reflection game. Like, let's be blunt about it. Okay? We are in a dream. It is a beautiful dream. And everyone is you. Quite literally, everyone is you. Those people that you think have so many superpowers or gifts that you, oh man, if I had those gifts, guess what? That's in you. That's in you. There are no others, you guys. It gets uncomfortable when you really break it down. When you get all the way to it. You're like, okay, so it's all me, and everyone is here to teach me and help me evolve. Because guess what? We are ascending. We're ascending. Like that, huh? I never even heard of it. And now I know it to be true. What does that mean? We are going into higher states of consciousness. We are evolving. We see it in our past, and it's no big deal. Oh, look, they went from this evolution state to this evolution state. Doom, big jumps, right? Here we are. Here we are at the big jump as the tribe forms around us. Like, whoo! How exciting is this? This is such a dream come true. Once I really figured it out, and I remember the exact day, that me and my buddy were standing in my front courtyard, and we realized that we were creating it all. Each individually, at the same time, coexisting, And we just turn to each other and go, guess we have to save the world, don't we? I was like, oh, it sounds like so much work. But that's what we're doing. We're helping all of our reflections in this process, in this wonderful evolving. My body has changed. Parts of my body that did not exist before, I'm very in touch with my mechanism. I always have been. So when I start growing extra parts, and all of a sudden I have extra ribs down here, huh? We're becoming from our carbon bodies into our crystalline bodies. And I have seen enough examples now where I can say that there are symptoms to this change. And it kind of freaks you out when it happens. When you wake up and there's just like bumps all over your leg. You go, what is going on? Like, I didn't put my leg in anything. This doesn't make any sense. And then they're there for like a week, and then they go to your inner leg. So if they're gone here, now they're here. And they're just moving around all parts of your body. I knew right then, I was like, oh, so this is what they were talking about. We are really changing. Each one of my beautiful family, who has been amazing through this whole process. Like, it's hard. Like, I went from one person that loved sports, you know, and had this, and poker, right? And I was into making money, you know. They knew that person, and I was like, no, that's not me anymore. And I just changed, and everybody rolled with me, with love, and like, I do these things a lot. I give a lot. This is my job. I was made for this. This is what I was put on earth to do. I love you guys so much because I know that you are me. And all of your superpowers that you all have, and we have a lot. Like, all around this group. It's hard to integrate it. It's hard to take it in and go, oh, that's me too? You know, we talked about the dark and integrating the dark and the light and seeing that's okay, that's me. And I learned something to help me with that. Once I really realized that this was all a reflection game, it was all mirrors, beautiful. It doesn't take away from it. It just helps you work with it a little better. It just helps you work with it. And then as soon as you change, you notice the exterior is changing. It was noticeable. It was noticeable. I got home from doing something I knew had changed my vibration drastically. And all of a sudden, everybody around me acted differently. Everyone's frequency went up. They say, as within, so without. That's what they're talking about. As your vibration, as you are inside, is your field, your total field. So it's all within. There is no exterior. So when something happens in the exterior, when somebody ticks me off, you know, when somebody, you know, rips me off or something, I've learned a process to really help grow from each one of those things that happens that I view as negative. You know, as I was like, ooh, that's a weird reflection, right? And we all have them. Like, wonder what part of me hasn't healed here, you know? And sometimes it's people that are really close, you know? Sometimes it's your family. It's really tough. It's really tough. But here is the thing that I have learned to do. And it's a process that Robin just posted on Facebook. Robin spreads such wonderful messages. You can feel your vibration coming to your post more than anybody I know. And she put a post up about Ho'oponopono. And it is a practice that I read about from Joe Vitale. It's an ancient Hawaiian practice. And so when these things come up, and when these reflections come up in my life, it's like, I'm not too sure about that one. You know, I apply this process. I take whoever it is that is making me feel this kind of way, that I feel needs some sort of healing as a reflection in my wonderful life. I remember that we are one. That is me. That is me. Oh, that's me. I'm like that somehow. Oh. And then as I remember that's me, I thank me. Thank that person. Thank that circumstance for reflecting this back. Thank you. Thank you for doing this to help me grow. And then you say, I love you. Of course you love. It's you. It's you. So I love you. I love you, person that has really hurt my feelings. I love you. Please forgive me for making you play this part. Because we are all beings of light. And if somebody ever comes into your life and plays a part which disrupts your peace, they are still a being of light. They're here to help you. They're here to help you. So thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, being of light, making you do this. Play this horrible part in my life. This part where he tows my car and a real jackass about it. It's like, what? That's not me? Like, oh, in some way. It's not the same way. It's never a direct, like, oh, I get it. Like, if it is, it's like, ooh, I had somebody call me the other day, and they're like, so me and my girlfriend were just trying to make a resolution about this topic, about how if I feel something, then it doesn't matter if it's logical or not. It doesn't matter. I feel it. And that's it. There's no talking me out of it. Like, oh, no, that's how I feel though. And then the very next day, the girl goes to her mom, and her mom disregards her feelings. And she got it right away. It was a 24-hour loop that was just reflected back. And said, oh, that's how it is. It is so perfect. Like this ascension process, whew, it like brings you to your knees. It's so perfect. And the universe just has the perfect jokes just for you. The shit like, oh, the street I grew up on and my dog's name, when I was 4 that I love so dearly. Like, oh, that's your name? Okay, Like, it's the best. Like, seriously, and you just gotta flow with it. And you guys all love. I'm not teaching you anything new. I'm just helping to remind you a little bit. You guys are here. You're already in the flow. You don't need any guidance. Now we just squad up, right? Now we just, okay, let's get all superhero friends together, change the world. Like, that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. Because we're just changing ourselves. There is no world. Okay? We're just changing ourselves. This is an inside game. There's nobody to fight. Sorry. I know it's fun, and it's fun to play in that illusion. But like, and it's fun having a boss at every end of the video game. There's always a boss to beat. So we have manifested, this shadow government, whatever it is in your illusion, it could be different. I'm just reading the vibration. Yeah, so it's fun to have a super, a villain to beat. Sure. But it's just you. And isn't it cool how everything is coming to light? Have you guys noticed? Everything's coming out. Woo! I saw all this stuff a while back. So I'm just sitting back and watching it now. Like, oh, really? They're talking about pedophilia already. Like, oh, yes. It's all coming to light because you are coming to light. So as you go, the whole world goes. So all of a sudden, I take my practices real seriously. Like, oh, a lot of people are dependent on this, I don't know. I know there are no others, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. I'm so excited about this movement. And I'm so excited to see so many people here. So many beautiful reflections. Like, oh, this is it. I never thought this would happen. I thought it would take me more lifetimes. When the shaman told me that, and I really got it, When everyone around you is enlightened, then you're enlightened. I didn't think it was possible. I was like, oh, it'd take me 10 more. For sure. You know, for sure. Here we are. Yeah, joke's on me, exactly. Exactly. I love this process so much. And I've had so many crazy, unique things happen to me with this as I just listen to my guides, who is me. That's just me. Okay? There's no differentiation between me and my higher self. That's just me. So as I learn that and integrate it more, these beautiful things happen to me. And I love to talk about it. Because it reminds me, it's very selfish. It's like, oh, when I tell you about having an encounter, you know, with the spaceship, well, that helps me. Because it reminds me, like, oh yeah, that happened. Let's wake up, Reed. Open up your mind. Because this can only happen as fast as you can open up your mind to allow it. So that's what we're all doing. It's just helping each other open up our minds. So once you know you're in a dream, then what? Let's fly. Let's do some shit. What? Our brains are, oh, we got 40-some years of conditioning. Oh, we can't do that. Oh, really? You know, you meet the right wizards. Like, there's going to be a lot of fun stuff happening. And I've already seen it. And, ooh, you know, and I want to enjoy this process as much as possible. Because since I've already seen it, it's like being on a hike and be like, I've already been to the end. Like, come on, guys. The end's the best part. You know, I'm trying to just enjoy the process more. Because my friend DC taught me to slow down. Because I get too into it. Woo! You know? Like, come on! Like, you guys, shoot! But slow down. Because this is what I came for. This is what I was made for. I love this. Time does not exist. Right? We all, I'm assuming we're all to that point where we've at least heard that concept. Time does not exist. This is an illusionary game. Okay? This is a dream world. So, if time doesn't exist, we chose to be here right now. Why? Like, why would we choose to be here right now? Huh? There must be some dope shit going down. Because I don't just show up for no reason. I know myself. I know myself. I've stared in my own eyes. I'm like, why the fuck are you here? Why are you here? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Oh yeah, that's right. Because we're at that jumping off point. We're at that jumping off point. Whew. We're making that big leap. And I am so honored to do it with each and every one of you. I have so much love for everyone here because I love myself. I love myself very much. And as I love myself more and more, my reality changes. And oh, it's fun. And I've let go of all this 3D stuff, by the way. So I give you permission, you know, if you were looking for it. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. Everybody's game is different. Just because some shit works for me doesn't mean it works for you. It just doesn't work that way. It's abilities. The Mandela effect exists, right? The Mandela effect exists. Things have changed. The books that I read as a kid don't say the same shit they did back then. Huh? It's not Bernstein Bear books anymore. We're in a whole different spot. They don't exist, never have. Huh? Some of the most famous lines, like I went through my whole childhood. Every box fan I would see, I'd be like, Luke, I am your father. Yeah. Oh, guess what? That never happened. He never said, Luke, I am your father. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. Like, So we're changing. Our bodies are changing. Our realities are changing because we're waking up. We're starting to peek behind the veil. Woo. And how much fun is it to just sit here at the jumping off point with all our superhero friends reuniting? I remember so many of you from ancient Egypt, you guys. Like, that's weird. It's a thing, by the way. You know? But I remember. It was like, oh, I remember your energy.